The fuck are you?
I'm you. Technically, we have the same name.
You guys are the same person.
Yeah.
Basically, and my mom drives the same car that you used to have. So we're basically
twins.
the same.
I mean, at this point, we're basically clones.
Is there just a mirror?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to myself right now.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Would you put your phone in the desk?
Oh, put it in the drawer.
You can use this as the segment that you post on our Instagram.
I know how that
I get the same problem.
This pandemic thing, I've been alone for months. There's been a lot of talking to myself.
Is your apartment decorated with plants?
So nice.
I should have brought.
Yeah, I need to come over. I need to see.
Yeah, I live right over there. I didn't realize how close. You said you were on Stoughton like a month
Yeah.
ago, and I was like, oh well, that could be anywhere. I mean, it's long.
Yeah.
But you're right there. I'm right there.
We definitely have to hang. We literally have no excuse not to build this
I know.
the
I
Da
can
Vinci
watch-
clock we have.
Yeah, we've had that.
It's been. I gave it to you in high school, I think. Were you in college? I was in high school.
No, I was out. It was like my sophomore year.
Okay, so it was my senior year.
But
of
it's
high school.
been too long.
And I gave him a Christmas gift, which is like this Da Vinci clock like that you're supposed to build. And we were like, okay, you're gonna come home, or like we can do it sometime over this winter break, that current Christmas winter break, and it was probably 2016.
I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. And fucking fast forward like 4 years later, and we still haven't fucking done it. So
Yeah, you want something?
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have a beer.
Okay. You said you wanted to try new stuff. Grab something else.
That's for after. That's for when I can to enjoy. This is business.
Oh, it's
Business
Yeah.
beer.
Business beer?
This is BB
Alright.
beer.
All right, in that case.
So, joined by special guest, also Danny.
Danny,
It's
smart Danny.
Smart Danny.
He also went to
High school with
UIUC.
us.
Yeah, he went to grade school with you.
Yes.
He went to.
I don't have an opener.
You use my teeth.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like teeth.
We discussed this.
I know. I saw that episode.
Yeah. Danny is easily one of my longest friends.
I might break this desk.
It's okay. It's very cheap.
Oh, no, you got it.
Might break the.
I don't think I got it.
Give
I don't think I got it.
No, you got it.
You can just do it harder. Just give the audio listeners quite a ride.
All right, yeah. Brace yourself.
Get it on there. Get it. Oh
Yeah,
Hell
see?
yeah. Oh good. No, that's not bad. I thought it'd be worse.
Some teeth.
That's not bad. Okay.
Wait, I left my mark.
Now we're in it.
Yeah, let's do a little introduction for you. So, I've known you since 7th grade.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, and we've consistently just hung out ever since.
With sometimes long breaks in between.
Yes, it doesn't matter. We get around to it.
Yeah.
We marched together at Nexus.
Well, now that I'm like 23, that's sort of the measure of a friend is when I don't see for 6 months and then I see him and it's the same.
It's the same, exactly.
I feel like that's what being an adult is.
It's sort of how it is. I mean,
It's like it's kind of just when your schedules line up and
like, it's people who are
you
just
happen
like,
to see each
oh,
other.
I don't see him anymore. It's like, well, I mean, I have a job.
Some people work full time.
Yeah.
Other people go to school full time. Some people don't do either.
yeah. It's fucking 7th grade at JMS or 8th grade for me, but
Yeah.
it's been.
Came for 1 year at the program, and we're like, who the hell is this afro-looking guy?
It's actually 10 years.
Has it been a decade?
It was 2010 that I was there, so it was. The 1
Jesus
year I was there was
Christ.
2010 to 2011. So yeah.
Real quick, sorry if there's extra noise in the background. If you couldn't tell, we're in a new location.
We're-
Not only is there a storm.
I mean, at least it's music and not jackhammers.
Yeah.
We had to pause recording for a little bit because it was a hailstorm. It was very loud in this room.
Yeah.
Hoping that doesn't spark up again. But now there's somebody playing piano. We're in the drumline, new drumline house, mega bass.
Very nice.
And yeah, somebody's playing the piano that we got today. Literally got dropped off this morning. So yeah, and then that's how you two know each other. And I thought that Montessori schools were the most interesting thing, actually.
I did a whole episode explaining it to
Yeah.
them.
You did?
just-
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's called the Fitnessgram Pacer Test.
very interesting.
Oh, I saw the. Okay, yeah, I saw the thumbnail for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, my
Blew
God.
his mind.
Yeah, and I was wondering, like, do you
You have
feel?
no idea.
What do you think of it?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it was
You
great.
thought it
So
was good?
okay, yeah, that's a good thing. I can.
See, like, it makes sense if you're in the culture, but, like, you can't just, like,
Well,
introduce
there are
someone
things I don't
randomly.
like about it. There are
Yeah,
things that
100%.
I would say it's good for. It doesn't work for everybody.
No.
For one thing.
I can
There's
see
some
that.
types of kids that just are not cut out for
I can
it.
see that. Yeah.
I was very much cut out for it.
Mm-hmm.
It worked for me great. I would say I wouldn't, if I were a parent, for instance, and I had a kid and it was time to send them to school, I probably wouldn't send them there for like all the way through to high
Like
school.
Agreed.
I would pull them out in like sixth or maybe
I 100% agree.
sixth grade.
Go to
probably.
go to
I think it
school.
worked out for us, but I can see how it would be not detrimental, but it wouldn't work out for the
Well, I had
last couple
issues
years.
with like I was bad at math. I do nuclear physics now, so I got better. But I was definitely math handicapped going into like high school, and I had a tutor, and I was like I had to like catch up, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It
It was-
pretty much because my tutor doesn't teach math very well.
It was so hard to explain to like Danny, like, so what would you guys do for like
do you
gym?
all
Like, oh, we had recess.
Recess.
What's your day look like? I just sit in a room and kind of work on whatever I want.
I mean, well,
It sounds weird.
I know it does. It's like work. It's like having a job where
Yeah.
you walk into work and you do your work. Like
You sit down at your desk and do all your stuff.
I mean, I guess it's not like all work. It's sort of like it's similar to like what I do, for instance, now as a research assistant. Actually, I never drew that parallel, but it is kind of similar.
Nice.
You just kind of sit down and do.
Yeah, I mean, you have things that you're expected to finish, and to do, but
Deadlines.
yeah, and you can move about though. Like in high school, you sit in the same place all day. And you still
Yeah.
have to-
Yeah.
There's none of that. You have like a lecture once in a while, and you sit on the table and listen.
Yeah.
Right? We did that, didn't
Yeah, it would be one specialist a
we?
day. for the week.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Every
So
day
it'd
of
be
the week.
like math is Monday or whatever,
That's
and
right.
we'd have like a separate lesson for the 7th and then 8th graders, and then the rest of the day you just kind of do whatever shit you want.
It was similar to Lamont. I went to Lamont Montessori before,
Okay.
and it was similar. It was
Yeah.
not quite as actually wasn't as dry. There weren't people who came in. It was the same.
That was
teachers
only
every
for
day.
the 7th and 8th grade program at JMS.
Yeah, what Lamont was like the little like on the other building.
Got it.
But
Now with these like these what are they called? They're like the aides of the day.
Specialists.
Specialists, yeah.
That's what I like to call them.
Could
Yeah.
could you go an entire day without like talking to them, like just because you didn't need
No,
help or
so like
anything?
they would come in and like
Oh.
your class would be listening to them while they were there.
Okay.
It was like a
You
lecture.
didn't get to choose
It
if
was
you
like,
listened.
a
Yeah.
lecture. Yeah.
Okay. So moving on.
Very nice.
That's how you two knew each other from Montessori, and you and I met. First time we met was band.
I don't remember. Honestly, don't remember the specific day.
I remember my first
We
day of
kind
band
of grew.
camp. Yeah.
Like, we kind of came together.
Yeah. I don't remember you specifically for my first day of band
Yeah.
camp. There's a few people I remember.
I would have been El Capitan.
Yeah. That's like what I told Ellie like when I was sitting down to record. I was like, we all have been like leadership at Providence, like
Yeah,
on productions.
true.
That's pretty cool.
You're damn right.
That is.
You're the reason I didn't band at Providence, so you're the reason I didn't stop doing band till I aged out.
Yeah.
And then I did.
Because I was like,
stopped
okay,
right
my options are cross country or music at Providence. So like in my head, like I'll have a friend in cross country, Christian, or I'll have a friend in band, Danny. I'll go do band.
And you
I'll
have
try it
asthma.
out. I do have asthma.
Glad that was the choice.
Yeah.
But then you realize the band is just as strenuous.
I'm like, the band, this isn't half
Maybe.
bad, but this also isn't fun. I'm gonna keep doing this till I'm 21.
Maybe when you choose to do the marching around thing, some people are smart and choose to stand for their instrument. You
I'm
know,
not gonna lie. I was watching some recordings last week of
of Providence.
yeah.
Oh, we were not
that
great.
my parents took.
Yeah.
Just record. I mean, it's my parents, so it's focused on me most of the time.
Sure.
But I was listening. Oh.
But like when you're
They
in
were
it, you
so
think
rough.
like you're pretty good. Like, oh man,
Like-
the mindset I have, like we're so close to ISU finals. We're like right there. I look back at scores now. We're like 8 places out.
Not so much.
There were times where we were definitely self-aware that we weren't the best, but like there were times where we were like, yeah, we're pretty good.
We killed that.
We we didn't get last.
Yeah.
But you listen to it now, like being more mature. It's just
It's kind of destructive to look at it that way. Because it's like you spent hundreds, thousands of hours.
Yeah.
Hundreds of hours at least.
a lot of time.
Thousands of hours.
Yeah.
Definitely thousands of hours doing something. And it's like
Well, whenever you tell someone in the school, like, oh, when do you guys like practice? Right after school till about like 9:30. You guys are here for hours after
Yeah.
school.
and I was proud of that. Like and looking back and hearing that you weren't that good is like, well, it kind of sucks. But you gotta put yourself, you got better. If you look
Yeah.
at look
yeah.
at like. Oh, it would have been your freshman year. Look
Yeah,
at watch
the Social Network,
and
yeah.
then watch Grace. Technical difficulties aside, with the
chancer,
bagpipes thing,
yeah.
put that aside, and it's like you got some growth.
And that's like me and I didn't make the same comparison like watching Nexus. Is like
Oh, yeah,
watching Drop to Strictly Business to Medusa is kind of ridiculous.
Medusa's like okay, like
Fun fact:
Not
Danny and I
bad.
are the only ones that did Nexus all 3 years.
Not you two, not me, not
Yes.
me and you.
Me and Danny
I
Mac.
was doing the calculus.
Yeah.
Only
Founding
founders that
and
much.
ending members.
That's right.
You're the only one that got contracts at every audition.
That's right.
Hey, congrats!
Yeah, except for when I tried to do something new. I was like, I want to play bass, and Jabro was like, no.
Really? I think you're auditioning on something else.
Do you remember when I after first year at Nexus, I tried to get Burl to have a cymbal line at Providence?
Did you really?
Yeah, and I was like, it'd be so cool if we had a cymbal line at Providence. I was like, I would do it. I'd be I'd be a good buff, bro. I was like, I'd have arms like a motherfucker.
And then you got guard with the drums.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Oh.
My blood is boiling. All right, moving on. Yeah, but we also, other than band, we were on the same bus.
I was gonna say that was for you and I. That was when we really kind of came to realize.
I think we didn't even know that initially.
No, you sat up in the front. I was
Yeah.
I was rocking out in the back at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, the early way of bonding is that we would like jam and listen to music, some really heavy
Heavy shit.
Yeah. Attila.
like fucking like Mice and Men or whatever.
Nothing like Attila. Give me all your fucking money at like 7:30 in the morning. Like,
Right.
yeah, right, this is nice.
I mean, I think we bonded over the fact that we were both just so tired
Yeah.
all the time.
Do you
we would
remember?
look at each other and it would be like, damn. Like, you have bags on your eyes and I'd be
It's
like,
after you wake up for band, like it's like when you're like in 2 weeks.
Thursday morning when
Yeah,
it's the
you're just like, damn. It really sucks.
I definitely bonded with you where we were like commiserating. Like we were both like just so tired
Yeah.
all the time.
That bus was actually like one of the greatest parts of high school.
It was one of the best parts.
Like,
I never laughed that hard that consistently on that bus. It's like you, Chuck,
Chuck, oh my god.
whoever else,
Oh,
Sean,
Maureen was there, Sean.
Maureen.
And Miss P, the bus driver, was also just.
She was badass.
godsend.
She was great.
Yeah, she was the best.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's
highlight.
how we bonded, I think, yeah. And then it carried into band, obviously.
Yeah. And then you would drive me a lot once you started. You drove yourself senior year.
right.
And you'd always drive me home because I'd missed the bus or for whatever reason. Yeah. But yeah.
That was how we bonded, yeah.
And then
I just go way back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But I just remember like my earliest memories are just like of you shredding on guitar, just like playing some of the most
With
like
Ago.
gentle music on guitar. Yeah, it was Santiago. I'm like, man, that guy,
Good name.
like, just thinking Danny is like amazing at music, and I'm like, oh damn, he went to the Providence music program. They have to be good.
Danny fucks.
Oh, he plays drums now? What?
What the? Yeah, you still play guitar.
Yep.
Do you?
Yep.
Yeah.
In my time. Started building like guitar circuits. That's like the nexus of my now two hobbies.
Whoa.
Today.
What is this you're building? You sent me snaps a lot of this
Oh yeah, I want to.
volume thing.
I want to build one for you guys. That's
Yeah.
I had 5, so it's a VU meter. It's a volume unit meter. So
Yeah.
it's an analog circuit. It's got a mic. You got 2 inputs. I made it really fancy.
Yeah.
It's 2 inputs. You get a microphone or just audio like plug, and it'll just it dances to the input signal. Basically, it's an analog signal. And,
So my thought with that is, I'm just gonna stick it to the back of this computer.
yeah.
So as we're doing the podcast, you see it as we're talking.
If you want, I mean, it might be kind of clunky. I wrote I've been sending you pictures of the prototype.
Yeah.
But I ordered
crazy.
I ordered like actually manufactured boards that should be here this week actually.
Whoa.
I got a solder.
Hell yeah.
It's very cool.
I don't have a box for them though.
Yeah. So also not mentioned before, Danny's very smart.
He's easily the smartest person I know.
Like
No.
yeah. No. We also roomed together at college at the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana.
That was a great year. I loved visiting both
That
of
was
you
a really,
guys.
that was a solid
You'd
year.
be like, all right, I'm gonna go stay at Danny's place. Okay, have fun.
The
I'm just
Danny's.
Like, oh, this is
loved-
great.
I loved living with Ben, and I loved living with there were no like it was all great. Like there were no.
That air in that apartment was probably the cleanest air I will ever breathe because there was like plants everywhere. It was actually really great. Like
Yeah, that was when I got obsessed with plants. You watched it happen.
yeah.
And you didn't tell me.
Watched you
Hey
go
Danny,
into a
you
monster.
have a problem.
Well, I was just breathing in so much oxygen in my time.
Your lungs weren't used to it.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I tend to do that. I have like pretty bad ADD. So when I get into something, I get into something.
Yeah.
I was like in denial. Like I don't have too many plants. I can get.
But
And then I had to move.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, okay.
I thought, I was like, maybe there's a lot of plants in here when I had to buy a machete to get to my room. But I was like,
Once a week.
They're grabbing me, no!
once a week, you gotta cut through the plants.
Yeah,
So,
it's no big deal. It's whatever.
So, being the smartest person I know, what did you major in? So, whenever someone asks me again, I can just play this and be like, yeah, he does this.
I just made it straight up just physics.
Physics?
Physics.
My minor in astronomy, actually.
Okay.
And I don't use it at all.
Nice.
In fact, I did the opposite. I ended up doing the opposite. Now I do nuclear physics.
So, as you heard, that was the space portion of SpaceShow. It'll
Yeah.
never come up again.
I mean,
This is why we got him on.
but
just
you
for
named the
that.
show for you, and then you don't even fucking.
He doesn't even listen to all the episodes.
You know?
So, I was at his place.
Play along.
I was at his place before I came here, right? And we're chatting, and I started telling a story. He's like, "Oh yeah, I heard that on the in that one episode." I'm like, "Damn it! Everyone's gonna hear my stories now. I won't be able to have casual conversations with anyone."
Now you can just be quiet when
Now
you're
I'm
hanging out with
now
people.
I'm famous.
Now I'm in there.
Everyone already knows everything about you. So
Pretty much.
Why bother speaking anymore?
So I was at this party Thursday for someone's birthday, a family gathering of theirs.
Oh, okay.
The family I've known the longest my whole life. I met them when I was 6 years old.
Oh, yes.
Christian. When I first walked into Montessori, he was the first one to say anything. Like, oh, hey, what's your name? And I said, like, I'm Eddie Gomez. Nice to meet you.
You and Christian are the same age, right?
He's a year older.
No, he's actually we're in the same grade, but he's actually a year older. Yeah, he
stayed at Montessori for an extra
year.
year.
Stayed another year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh,
So I was there, and
Gotcha.
I had a couple people saying, dude, I love your podcast. Who's that Danny guy you're always with? I'm like, oh, that's my best bud from high school. And
cool.
I just had people, I don't know why, when I listened to it, I am entertained. I don't know anything about you guys, but I feel like I'm there.
It's weird for me that you're not part of that world, because like I know what he's talking about. And then
Yeah,
it's
it was like a whole family.
I mean, like, I'm kind of in there.
Oh no, I mean, I just mean like
No, I do understand. You guys go like way back with them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But there's also like a whole
All of
other
them.
branch of that family that didn't go to Providence.
Oh, that you guys.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
you're
went to
talking about?
Montessori.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
they're all
Very
awesome.
cool.
I love.
They're all
I
such
love
good
them.
people.
They're yeah.
That's pretty on
I
brand
miss
for the
them.
Spages.
Yeah. I think we're okay with leaving that last name in.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them have any felonies.
We haven't said anything bad about them, and I miss them so much. God.
Those
Yeah.
Spages are too damn nice.
God, I hate how nice they are.
Christian, fuck him for always asking me how I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, he wants to hang out on Friday.
I hope to God we do that.
It is Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Up in New Lennox.
We
So
should-
if you want to drive up.
You should drive up.
We'll see. Camille and I have coming down this week. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
Pick some berries.
Are you going berry picking?
I hope so.
Dude, I didn't know. I'll be damned. My last apartment, right outside the balcony, there's that tree.
Yeah.
There's a mulberry tree.
Oh.
The whole time, I didn't know. And
Make some jam.
I came back just randomly, and there was just fresh mulberries, like perfectly ripe mulberries, all over my balcony.
Yeah, this is weird because I've never spent the summer down here. This is the
Yeah.
first year I'm spending the summer
Yeah.
down here working, and it's like, oh, all this stuff I didn't know. Like there's a
Yeah.
it's everything blooming.
What do you? I mean, obviously you're working a lot of the time.
What do you do?
What do you
do?
do you do things like around town and campus town to fill up your time? Like,
I mean-
did you do anything? You just stay in your apartment, water your plants, cyclically.
I wish I. Well, okay, this pandemic thing has not been helpful with that. So,
I'm sure. Yeah.
normally, it's hard to say what I normally do because sort of when I was. Well, how do I explain this? When Camila was down here, my girlfriend Camila.
Yeah.
Shout out.
We do. Yeah.
Shouts out.
We did a lot of stuff. You know, like we go out every weekend and stuff. And we like to go to like campus bars and stuff. Not, I mean, off campus bars, right?
Yeah.
Like the Blind Pig and stuff. Shout out to Blind Pig. Also, best bar in Champaign.
Our off-campus bar is pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're night and day. They're actually like.
Are they
they're
actually affordable?
Like, nice. Like
Yeah.
you can sit down and talk to someone and like
And
it's like.
wells aren't $10.
Yeah, and there's not, you don't stick to the floor generally. So I did that. We did that, and I'd go. I have a buddy who runs a plant shop in town. We hang out and I buy plants.
Sort of plants.
Not once. So when the pandemic happened, it was like Camille was gone,
Yeah.
and then like I can't go anywhere. Everything's closed. So lately, I've been sitting at home a lot, doing a lot of just building circuits and reading and stuff.
So, what do you do for like income, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, what do I do at work?
And then how did COVID affect you?
What's your job?
And like your day to day?
Well, okay, so I'm a full-time research assistant. That's the title, I guess. In a nuclear physics group, an experimental nuclear physics group, which is sort of misleading. We don't like build nuclear reactors. We kind of do particle physics actually. So
I'm just gonna throw this closer to you,
sure,
and I'm just gonna put this one between us.
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Hello. Our group builds detectors. Our group's called the 0 degree calorimeter group. 0 degree does not mean cold. It means 0 degrees. It's an angle.
So it's a cold circle.
No. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
cold circle. It's
Yeah.
an icy circle. We get it cold and we put it somewhere. We look at it and
It's like,
talk
damn,
about
that's
it.
cold.
The circle looks cold. You put it somewhere warm.
We kind of like the way to think about it. We're kind of like contractors. So you've heard about like CERN in Switzerland and France. CERN, the
CERN.
yeah.
Can explain for the people who don't know.
CERN,
Yeah,
CERN
as if,
is the
I know, but
Yeah.
some people.
I know,
Yeah,
but-
some people might not know. But.
CERN is like the it's like, well, it's basically a, how do you describe CERN? It's a huge collaboration of people who work together and build particle accelerators.
This is Antifa.
Yeah, it's Antifa. It's basically Antifa. Yeah, wrapped up in.
This is anonymous.
It's anonymous, wrapped up in Antifa.
Oh, very cool.
This is 4chan.
Baked in 4chan.
You heard it here first. SpaceShow is basically WikiLeaks now. We're gonna have to flee the country.
With Reddit somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Reddit's mixed in there somewhere, and China's involved somehow.
Yeah. No, but it's basically people. It's the particle accelerator capital.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
way it is. So it's the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's its CERN.
Oh, okay.
They're CERN runs that.
Sure.
And so, but it's kind of so it's very wide in who it involves. So there's collaborators from all around the world, different universities and institutions, and they all work together.
Yeah.
Like us, so we are sort of part of the collaboration. My group specifically works on the Atlas experiment. The Atlas experiment is in the LHC.
Yeah.
It's a big old detector around the beam. It's one of the 4 main so we call them experiments, but they're basically detectors. We just refer to them as experiments. But there's Atlas, CMS, ALICE. These are all just acronyms. And then LHCb. Those are the 4 big detectors basically around the Large Hadron Collider. We work for Atlas. Specifically, we build detectors that go not around. So normally the detectors that everyone's familiar with are usually around where the particles collide. It's called the interaction point. We build detectors around that. But our group actually, not too far away, our group builds stuff for down the beam line.
Yeah.
So that's where the 0 degrees come in. It's not at some angle. It's directly in the beam.
Because it's a big circle with the
it's a ring
accelerator.
Yeah, it's like actually in the ring instead of around the ring.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
The big thing is my group works on a lot is radiation stuff. So it's the highest radiation environment on Earth by far. Like
the Hadron Collider?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
By far. Like not even close to anything else.
That's very cool.
The luminosity in there, it's like the beam energy is 13 tera electron volts. I know that probably doesn't mean anything to you, but it's massive. So you're colliding billions of protons a second. No, that's not true. So you're colliding about 600,000 protons a second constantly.
Yeah.
Or lead nuclei. So we collide protons and lead nuclei, but that's not what my group does really. We build stuff downstream. We look at specifically neutrons. So if you take if you imagine like a lead nucleus, so it's got like a lot of nucleons, protons and neutrons, and you have them collide. Well, if they collide, they have some width, so they could either collide head on, or they can be collide at some angle, right? Yeah. Some offset, basically. We are interested in the ones, and I might butcher this because I'm a grunt. I'm not
you're more than that.
My understanding is that, so I know that we can collide heavy nuclei at like an angle at an offset, and so what happens is
it does something freaky.
Yeah, it does something freaky. The parts that overlap collide, but you can imagine that there's leftovers that they continue.
Oh, really?
So they're going next to the speed of light, like as close to the speed of light basically as you can go without going the speed of light, because you can't do that at extremely high energy. So the time scales this happens on are on the order of like less than nanoseconds. It's very short.
Yeah.
So when lead nuclei collide, you have a bunch of stuff that's left over that didn't interact if it happened at an angle, and they continue down the beam pretty much unaffected. In fact, the momentum transfer is almost like it's very, very low, so they just keep going straight. And we look at those. We look at the remnants. Is what my group does specifically.
But those particles have mass, right?
Yep.
So that's so weird. Is it because they're moving so fast?
Yep. So you're looking at like basically the donut-shaped remnant of a nucleus that what used to be a nucleus like a bazillionth of a second ago.
It's decayed.
Yeah. What happens is it basically flies apart. Yeah. And we look at the neutrons.
Oh, damn.
That's what my group built.
That's actually very interesting.
So this portion of the podcast didn't prove that this is the smartest guy we know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
This is the science
to,
section.
yeah.
No, I don't mean to I don't want to go way into. I could talk for days about what we do at work, but
the way I knew Danny was smart was he explained to me why it's more efficient to push a door.
Push on a door?
Yeah, from the end of it than at the hinges. I'm like, oh,
that didn't make sense.
Physics.
You're like, why? Okay, so you.
He was like explaining to me like some concept.
Well, it's not entirely,
and, like,
it's not entirely obvious. I mean, torque.
But like you looked at a door and you're like, okay, but what if I put the handle next to the hinges?
Well, I never actually thought about it. But he was explaining to me some concept, and to make it more tangible, he said, so you know how a door you push towards the outside, not the hinges. That's the concept. I'm like, oh.
I wish I had.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I wish I had your ability to explain things because
I'm not that good at explaining things. I talk too fast.
A lot of times I get asked questions like one time Robbie asked me, he's like, "How do waves work?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
I would have said, "What kind of waves?"
He's like, we were like on a boat, and he goes,
"Oh, waves.
Like, how do they work?" I'm like, "Well, it's like displacement." And he's like, "Well, what does that mean?"
Well, those specific waves are gravity.
Well, no, like we were in the ocean. We were in a lake.
It
was like wind, and I was like, well, the water's like being pushed down there, but it's being pushed up.
It's not
there.
a trivial question. Like, how do waves work? Like,
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, like, who just looks at like I'm looking at like this corner, and I'm like,
how do corners work?
God, how does that support anything?
How doesn't this building fall?
How is this roof just not caving in on me?
I've sent you some pretty dumb questions in the past.
But they are fair.
What was my one? If there was no oxygen, would the world be brighter?
I don't think that's anything you've sent. I would have made fun of you for that.
So,
what is that question predicated on?
So, I don't know. I was thinking one day, like, okay, if I put my hand in front of a light, right?
Brighter.
It's dim. It's dimmer, right? So oxygen, while we can't see it, does it affect the way light?
Oh, you're
hits?
talking about the transmission of light through air.
Yes. Would it be brighter if there's
air
no
is mostly
oxygen?
nitrogen.
Okay.
It's not oxygen. Yeah.
Mostly nitrogen.
So air. I'm talking about air. So if there was no
Atmosphere.
air, would the world be brighter?
I'm gonna straddle the desk. That would be better, I think.
If it was, I think you're thinking about it wrong. I think
no, he's right.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I'm right,
about it,
idiot.
I mean, I guess atmosphere is air, but like I feel like really what does things to the light on Earth is. I think it was the atmosphere instead of the air in like front of us and around us. You know.
Yeah. Do you mean is the Earth brighter from an outside observer, or would everything look brighter to somebody on the Earth?
Would everything look brighter if I just got rid of all the air?
It's a really good question.
Because I mean, again, you really don't know how the light, you don't know how the light is interacting with all the molecules in the air, really.
Yeah, you do.
Well, what about space?
We know how transmission works. I mean, that's
the moon. There's no air there, so is it brighter there than Earth?
I see what you're saying.
Does light
would the sun be brighter, for instance? Yes.
Does light transmit?
I mean, so our atmosphere blocks most. Well, I can't say that. Our atmosphere blocks certain bandwidths of the sun's light. We call them bandwidths. So this electromagnetic spectrum is different widths, basically. There's X-rays. Or
keep talking. I'm just gonna
gamma rays all the way down to whatever microwaves. It's not a coincidence that we see invisible light because that's the bandwidth that our atmosphere transmits from the sun the most efficiently.
Have a beer? Have a beer?
I'm okay for now.
I'll have a beer.
Get him a beer. Get him a beer.
Get that man a beer. Thank you.
The atmosphere, our atmosphere is highly it transmits a lot of visible light and radio waves. Turns out, so you can go into space and listen to radio, pretty much fine. Everything else blocks, which is why we're not drowning in X-rays constantly from the sun, which is good. That's why we are alive. It's not a coincidence that we see invisible light because that's where the sun's spectrum peaks. We evolved that way. So like, yeah, if there were no atmosphere, all the gammas from the X-rays, the whatever else, infrared and UV, we get a little UV, but it would be a lot more UV. Would it look brighter? We only see a little fraction of that, so probably not actually, because we already see where the sun's spectrum peaks, and that's what gets through is invisible light. So I don't know.
Learn something new every day.
Interesting.
See, my dumb questions.
That's actually not a bad. That's not a bad question. That's a good question. Would it look brighter? I don't know.
But think about this: how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
It's predicated on the fact that our eyes aren't real.
Yeah, the predicate.
The preterite.
I believe in my eyes.
Prerequisite, preterite, preposition.
Eyes.
The prepositional
Why don't you
phrase.
think
That was a quote from Jaden Smith. I'm pretty sure Jaden or Willow Smith.
Oh, he's one of those like pseudo smart people.
It was like sub 2015 tweet.
Stop it.
Random question.
Stop.
Get off of Twitter.
Get help.
Do you guys remember diagramming sentences?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't because he didn't go to Montessori.
See, I was talking to someone. I think I was talking to Viv about it. And she's like, "What do you mean diagramming a sentence?" So I googled it and showed it to her.
The stuff.
Yeah, it's like all the
they don't do
brackets.
that.
Wait.
They don't do that?
Wait. Hold on. Let me. It's
Sorry,
like the word trees and shit like that?
No.
So like
writing
you have a
those
sentence.
symbols over each type of word.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that.
Maybe they do that.
I totally
Okay.
did that.
Like you have a sentence. Sally went to the beach.
Like the
what's
verbs.
the subject? Sally's the subject.
we
Where
would
did
do
she go?
symbols.
Beach.
We would just like write. Here's V for verb and N for noun.
Oh,
See, that's
the
different.
difference. So
What?
You guys are just labeling what kind of word it is.
Wait, let's see. Do you remember what was the noun? What were nouns? Black triangle.
Black triangle.
Wait,
Big black triangle.
these are specific things you had to memorize.
Yeah.
Here,
So does that like extra,
no wonder people have synesthesia.
Does that extra step like help really? You think? Like in the memorization?
Not at all. Because we don't remember how to do it.
I do. I remember fucking verbs are red circles.
Wait, what? That's not. You guys don't remember diagramming sentences?
This looks like what I'm doing in Spanish linguistics right now.
See, like
That's not what I thought.
yeah, this is exactly what.
I remember doing that, but in high school.
so, like the subject, the verb, preposition,
Yeah.
article, adjective, and like there's a
You're gonna have to
specific
put this on
order.
the screen.
yeah,
Screenshot
yeah.
You're welcome, video people.
Video people. God, I
You're
hope.
lucky somebody's speaking up for you.
I probably
specifically remember that.
butchered.
I remember hating it.
I'm gonna look back at this and be like, I butchered the explanation of what happens at the LHC. It's
You're
like,
not.
If it makes you feel better, I couldn't tell the difference.
It made sense.
my professor's gonna see this and fire me.
It did make sense. It made sense to me, but then again,
I guess just to wrap that question up, I build detectors basically. I work on a group that builds neutron detectors.
You're also a TA, I've learned.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I TA
what class? What classes?
Physics 403.
So I should take Physics
That's-
403 at U of I.
That's a big boy class.
And do that. You're not guaranteed to be. You have to do that and then do the muon experiment.
I'm just gonna see an admission counselor. I want Danny McClain.
For specifically the muon experiment.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, sure, kid.
Is the muon experiment like something you have to like do pass the class?
Yeah, so it's a lab class.
Oh,
It's a modern experiment. It's a modern lab. What the hell is the name of it? Like official name? It's like modern experimental physics or something like that.
Sure.
It's a really cool class, actually. It's my favorite class for sure. It's my favorite class for sure that I took. Shout out to that class.
Shout out.
And the whole staff.
Shouts out.
Word.
It's a great class. It's basically there's like 8 to 10 experiments. We take up a whole floor in the engineering sciences building. It's 10 to 12 experiments going on at any given time, and the students cycle through. Basically, they do each one.
Oh, so they're all doing different experiments.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They get into pairs and they do an experiment. There's a TA for each experiment.
See, that's similar but different from what my chem lab was.
Yeah.
Which is basically the same. There was like a big experiment they have to pass. We had the cobalt lab.
Yeah. I've heard of this.
Yeah. And
yeah.
40 pages of my fucking lab report.
I've heard of that.
Oh man, I want to beat someone's ass.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, but except we're working in pairs. We're all working on the same experiment, which I always thought was dumb. I was
there's
like,
probably a lot of things
and
to
we're not allowed to work together, like compare, like, cause like I don't really trust my data a lot of the time when I would like to refer.
Yeah.
And I would like obviously give them credit and everything. Refer to like my friends and who's working along literally next to me.
Thanks for the data.
Who's my partner?
Oh, dude, I throw my students' data from like this from last semester. Take their data,
Trash.
add it to yours.
Yeah.
Just write their names and say they gave you data.
What?
Hello.
Do you want a bite?
We're recording.
Sorry, do you want a bite?
You want to say hi?
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Is this Mac? Yeah.
What up?
So guys,
You're in the stew.
How's it going?
sorry, I don't mean to disrupt.
Yeah, you got me good.
That's okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that Volcano?
I'm not sure.
Welcoming mac and cheese to the podcast.
Macaroni and cheese.
Oh, Asher said he was gonna make me mac and cheese.
Alright, I can bring some.
Maybe. All right, mac and cheese cast is coming soon.
Hey,
How was it?
It was actually pretty good. It was a little watery.
it looked a little watery.
It was a little watery.
Yeah.
Maybe white
It was a little
cheddar.
soupy.
But, I mean, I appreciate good shells. What's your favorite type of pasta? Good segue.
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni?
Right answer. That was the correct. Good answer. Good.
Angel hair is close.
It's up there.
Angel hair is really
Angel hair is
good.
versatile.
Angel hair. I like just biting into the big lasagna sheets.
I'm honestly forgetting what the hell rigatoni even is. I just said
Circles?
the first one. I'm forgetting the first one that came to mind.
It's just like the big oval, but kind of longer.
Oh, the tubes?
The tubie, yeah.
The cylindrical
And
pasta.
fettuccine.
I don't like to stab it. I like to put my forks like through.
What is
the-
Really?
Yep.
That's
What is
that's advanced.
fettuccine? Is fettuccine bow ties? Or is that
No, I think
no.
fettuccine is like it connects, like kind of like a clam shape in a sense.
No, that's
Yeah, it's like tied.
I don't
no,
think
no,
it's
no,
tied.
it's
bow,
bow-
bow ties think are their own thing.
What's bow tie? What are bow ties?
Bow ties
Welcome
think
to
are their own
Pasta
thing.
Cast.
This is now we told you mac and cheese cast
We
coming
have
soon.
we've gone from lead nuclei to pasta
In a matter of minutes.
in minutes.
Anything happens on this podcast.
Who knows?
That's why it's called Space Show.
Spaceship. We're just in fucking outer space.
See, someone gets it.
Good. Astronomy minor doesn't even do space anymore.
Okay, but there are aliens exist.
Probably.
100%. 99%.
Wait. Hold on. Hang on. We need to answer the questions as they arise. What the hell is bow tie pasta called?
I think
it's
it's
just
just
bow tie.
called bow tie.
Look it up.
Fettuccine.
Look it up.
Fettuccine, I think, is long flat pasta.
Okay, I'm not
Right?
putting
'Cause you
pictures
think-
of
you
pasta
Yes,
on the
I think
podcast.
that's-
Fettuccine
That's
Alfredo
It's
is
long
long
pasta.
flat.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But
then
what is the bow tie?
There's tortellini, which is like
I
kind
think-
of folded over and it's got cheese in it.
I might be thinking of tortellini.
I think you're thinking of tortellini. Yeah.
Okay, what's
All right, if you want to
bow
know what's going on in the
tie
video podcast,
pasta?
you can just Google pastas.
Pasta cast.
Look,
Yeah.
but it's just called.
Everyone's yelling at us like
Far-
it's this and
You idiots!
I'm only seeing bow ties.
I'm sorry, everyone's in like a pasta of a month club, and we're not.
I don't follow
excuse me.
pastas. Yeah, it's just bow tie. Can we look up
Tobai.
I don't buy that.
exotic
Pasta name chart.
pasta
Pasta name chart PDF.
types? But yeah, maybe you're right on that. Pasta.
Always go with the PDF.
Pasta name chart.
MP3.
Chart.
Dot web.
plus-
Dot STL.
Oh, here we go.
Stereo-
Here we go.
Are we doing it?
Got it. This
This is way more interesting.
go.
That's a lot of pasta. That's a lot of carbs.
Too much. This is
There's some big boys on here. Irregular. Fazzitoletti.
Yeah.
Oh. Here we got.
no. This is
pipette.
this is not reliable.
I can't say many of these words. Oh, penne. Penne is the tubey,
That's
tubey thingies.
That's
That's
smaller
not regular.
tubes.
That's.
I think that's like what you get in like the microwave mac and cheese.
I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
I'm looking
I
at them.
think,
Penne. It's right there.
we're probably totally wrong.
Don't look at my penne.
Detale.
Patrick,
Patrick, your penny is showing.
I'm gonna get a beer. You know, you guys good?
I'm good.
We already grabbed beers, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're on top of it.
Synchronize your rate.
Get on the flow. Tell us what beer you're drinking, by the way. Maybe we'll get sponsored.
I just had a fat tire.
Ooh,
Fat Tire now sponsoring Space Show.
that's not true. But if
Hey,
you want to sponsor
hear me
us-
out.
Yeah.
I was thinking while Danny was speaking, for every guest, we'll make some stickers. Every time someone guests on here, we'll give them a sticker.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that.
Give him a little
We gotta take a
memento.
picture by the end of the day
Memento.
too. I haven't had a photo with you guys in a while.
True.
There we go. I'll post that on the Space Show Instagram.
Now I'm having,
Follow
a,
us
now I'm having a
Instagram.
shiner, just so in case.
We should take promo pics.
I could take them.
Oh,
shit.
promo
We got a
pic.
nice camera.
And he's got a camera too. What if we had 2 promo pictures simultaneously? So
On
it
this-
creates 3D
you get a-
images,
You get a
3D podcast coming soon.
You get a
3D audio podcast,
Get a binaural. What is it? Binaural?
binaural beats.
Yeah.
It sounds like if you.
So the microphone's shaped like a head with ears. So you can depending where you're at, you can the audio listener
It's
it
live,
moves.
basically.
Yeah.
and then there's music you can listen to
I
like,
like
8,
that.
8D or 3D music. It sounds like
8D. Give me a break.
It's what it's called. Man. It's what it's called, man. Don't shoot the messenger. It sounds like the speaker spinning around your head.
It's pretty much an ASMR
It's
thing.
crazy.
Too much.
It's an experience.
Too much.
Mo Bamba 3D.
Mo Bamba.
Everyone needs to.
Fuck. Shit. Bitch.
It's like when Jimi Hendrix back in the studio, he would just use the phaser, but he would just go
Yeah.
back and forth, be like, yeah.
It takes a real artiste to come up with
I
something.
feel like
like
you're just
that.
messing around, like, oh, watch this. I'm gonna go like this.
It's fucking funny. He's like, whoa, it's actually really cool.
I miss analog, and I didn't even miss it because I wasn't around for it. But
Question for you.
Yeah.
I never asked you about this, but I feel like music's been a big part of your life since I've known you, so that's almost a decade,
yeah,
if not a decade. Why? What made you get into music?
What the
My
like?
dad.
What the hell's
happened?
wrong with you?
my dad.
Your dad?
That's the easiest.
Doug.
Can I shout him out by name?
Doug.
Yeah, Doug.
Doug. What up, Doug?
Doug. This is not Dougcast.
No, it's gone from Leadcast to Mac
mac and cheese
Mac and
cast
cheese cast to
Doug-
Dougcast.
My dad, I basically adopted his music.
Because you've always had one of the not the most unique, because I mean everyone's music changes, but when you're in 7th grade, you don't expect someone to be listening to all this
Led Zeppelin.
BRMC.
I'm this guy likes his music. What does he know that I don't? I'm out here listening to Kesha or whatever was out at the time.
Beatles.
Yeah.
Oh, the Beatles are good. I love the Beatles.
Well, the Beatles are good, but I feel like everyone, at least in my experience in the public school, everyone had a Beatles kick sometime in middle school.
Oh, I had a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I remember that.
Yeah, I had a big.
That's
Beatles
cool.
fan.
I love the Beatles.
Yeah.
Beatles are awesome.
But you just had such a deep connection with music since I've known you.
I just like old rock and roll, basically.
Okay.
And blues.
Yeah, I still listen to that mix you made me.
no
in
shit.
high school. Yeah,
Oh.
I have it in my car. I
It's two disc, right? It was like
Yeah.
a big old
Yeah,
long
I
He
thing.
bumps it sometimes.
I literally.
There was some good stuff on there.
I don't think I've taken it out of the disc tray since I've ever been. It's
Oh.
pretty good
I'm
mix.
so glad to hear that.
Yeah,
That makes me happy.
there's Chon recordings on there that I haven't been able to find anywhere. Really,
I got that straight from Gabe.
Really?
Yeah, Gabe gave me these. Gabe has probably been mentioned before.
Gabe's been mentioned.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gaby baby.
Gorb. Oh, Gabe. That's Gorb. I call him
Gorb.
Gorb.
His alter ego.
So using my phone. So my phone
Florida
autocorrects. Yeah. But he gave me all the Chon stuff. It's he gave me 5 discs. They were untitled. I had to
Yeah.
I had to identify every
Yeah,
single one.
I'd use Shazam, and some of them are there's 13 Shazammers, 2 other Shazammers. It's
right.
crazy.
It's a good mix, yeah. But no, but to answer the question, because I feel like I'm asked questions I don't
We
actually,
get
I don't
sidetracked.
actually end up answering.
That's what it's about.
It's how conversations go.
Yeah, true.
And no, Mickey's not on right now, so he can't cut you off with another question in the middle of your sentence.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
Mickey would hate me because I have the worst ADD of all time.
And he'll say, "Yeah, nice. We're moving on."
Oh no. My dad basically is the reason I adopted his music when I was a little kid. He played me. I was 6 years old. We were driving in the car, he threw on some Led Zeppelin, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much from there. I like everything.
Did he teach you guitar, or did you take private
He
lessons?
plays. Yeah, he was in a lot of. He
But who
did.
taught you guitar? Is what I'm asking.
I took some lessons for a while,
Okay.
but I mostly just taught myself. He taught me some stuff.
Very
He
good.
showed me some riffs that I still use. But I
cool.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Beer.
That's what the podcast is about, man.
It's about drinking beer.
Just burping. He taught me some stuff, and then I learned my own. We played together a lot too, and
Did you ever gig?
I didn't really do that much gigging. No, I
Okay.
played some couple.
Didn't you play in the jazz band in high school?
I was in the
for
jazz
a
band.
minute.
No,
Or were you in it? Were you in it 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was in it for a
'cause
minute.
When I finally got into the
Oh, okay, yeah,
big
that
boy
was when I
jazz
was-
band, that's when you were like.
That was mainly because I was so busy with getting into colleges. That was.
That's.
the
I mean,
whole-
completely fair.
Well, to be fair, you did very well in college.
I didn't get into grad school.
But listen,
You
have
also have an apartment.
I'm
a
kidding.
job.
I'm
He
kidding.
didn't get
No.
into grad school, but what he leaves out is that he was applying to like a borderline Ivy League school.
Well, I mean, only here was where I want to go.
Yeah, but you also
Stay local.
Yeah, but you don't want to go here.
You do if you do nuclear physics.
Well, I don't know shit.
Everyone
about
knows that.
You don't know
Nuclear physics.
you know, that's not something.
No, I know what you mean.
They should advertise that more.
Yeah, well,
Not especially in
you hear that physics department?
masters in nuclear physics.
outreach.
We're going straight to the top.
You're our
Who,
guy.
who needs research assistants? I don't know. That was my entire undergrad experience. Who do I ask about research?
I don't know.
Just go talk to him. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit up a professor. Hey, do you need me? I know nothing, and I want to be in your group.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome
Nice to
aboard.
meet you.
Luckily, my PI
Yeah.
professor. I guess I won't say his name, but he's the best.
Speaking
Say
of
that.
PI, last night at work, I was in a patient's room, and I watched Magnum PI for a while. I learned I liked Magnum PI.
That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Is that like an old like cop show?
Yeah.
It's a newer version. It's not the one with Tom Selleck. I guess they
Oh,
rebooted
I
it.
only know.
So I'm like watching like Magnum PI.
I only know of the Tom Selleck version
Mm-hmm.
because my dad told me about it. He used to watch when he was a kid.
Great mustache.
I think.
Sorry, I derailed this whole
You
thing.
really
to bring
did.
up Magnum PI.
Forgot what we were talking
I don't know.
about.
Yeah, I forgot.
Nuclear physics.
I don't
No, but further back.
We were talking about Doug.
That was a
after
segue
that.
within a segue.
Shit.
This is gonna be the most scattered of all of your podcasts.
No,
No, surprisingly
Really?
not. This is one of the most organized.
Actually, yes. This is one of the most smooth sailing podcasts I think we've
I
had.
told my mom. Shout out to my mom. I told my mom I was gonna be on this. I was like, Danny,
Yeah?
on the podcast, and she's like, listen to it. Now she's gonna hear me swear. And
Oh God, you didn't tell me that. Oh, but that's also by the way the same person. Our mom's names are both. They're both.
I knew there was something.
I wanted to say her name was Carol. I'm like, that's
I
Danny's
knew there
mom's
was
name.
something I was
Yeah.
forgetting. I was like, there's another weird parallel. That was what it was. Same car. It was her car, right?
Yeah.
was my mom's
She
car,
still
too.
drives it, but yours is.
Oh, it's in the
Defunct.
It's gone. It's actually gone. It was sad.
That's very sad. Did it get totaled?
No.
or-
It literally died.
I
It was
remember
200,000 miles.
Yeah, but my car's about to hit 200,000.
Transmission went out. It was not worth the replacement.
Made fair. Yeah, and especially on those old BMWs, like any sort of mechanical thing.
Oh yeah,
is a pain in the
forget
half.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
when I crashed it, it was lucky that wasn't.
When you got rear-ended, right? Didn't it
No.
total- or
I did the rear.
You
end.
rear-ended
It was
somebody.
my fault.
Nice.
But didn't that total your car and it wasn't even that bad?
It didn't total it, but I mean, it didn't total it, but it
Basically,
was pretty bad.
yeah.
In the body shop for a few weeks. And
Yeah.
Took out the radiator and stuff. But
Yeah.
Dude, I
Damn.
lost my car for like a month. So my dad and I traded cars because he wanted a CD player, and I'm pretty sure that's the only reason him and I traded. Because
That's
mine's a
awesome.
2016, his was a 2019,
It's too new.
and it was in,
That's
he
awesome.
bought it
I
in
love that.
December, and he's like, and he just approached me. Does your car have like the date? What do you mean?
The
like,
date?
the month and day? Yeah.
You know, like the date.
Yeah, it has the date. All right, let's trade. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he just wanted the CD
What?
player, but he
What?
also makes like a trip to Chicago and back every day for work. He puts a lot of miles on his car, so
Does
there's no
your
reason to do
I
it.
thought he worked in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he goes
Oh,
to Chicago and
from
back
New Lenox.
every
Yeah,
day.
that'll put some
so
miles
like
on
yeah,
it.
so he didn't want to just do that to a totally new car. But yeah, that's how he approached it. Does your car have the date? So we traded.
Did I?
So all of a sudden my check engine light comes on.
Oh god.
I take it in. I'm like, all right. So and they say like, do you want to wait or do you have a ride? I'm like, oh no, I think one of my family members is picking me up.
Yeah.
I lost my car for 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh my God.
They had to replace the engine.
Oh.
I'm like, this. What
What
happened?
the hell happened?
Like this is from
Take it
December.
off-roading.
Yeah, and they didn't tell us what happened.
That's crazy.
I was driving one of my parents' cars for a while. Then I got a rental because they were paying for everything. It was still under insurance and warranty.
Oh, that's
Because it's
Like
like,
brand new fucking car.
yeah, how do you need the engine replaced? I didn't do shit to this car,
engine. Damn.
and it was like
You
right
gotta
there.
Tried it.
It's a nice car too. What's a nice car?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if it was like the trans or whatever, they were just cranking it.
No, they just
like
pulled out the whole engine. And like,
Just
we
switching
called,
gears.
threw it downhill.
Like, so is there any update? Oh no, the engine's just not in the car right now.
What?
Oh,
They
okay.
removed the
We
engine.
lost the engine. I don't know.
gone.
At one point, I had to go like to the dealership and like, can I just see my car to get some stuff out of it? I thought this would be like a day thing.
There's no engine.
The engine.
They give it back
just
to me.
gone.
We didn't get it yet, but just, you can push it places.
You can push it. Yeah.
Damn. What? One time I was driving my car and my muffler fell off.
I remember that. I was with you.
That's
Because
funny.
that was right before I
That's-
went to drum corps.
that's
Friends,
funny.
18.
I was just telling my parents about how that happened. And yeah, I was just driving. Had a couple friends in the car. Fucking. What the hell? It's like dragging behind the car, making sparks. What the fuck is that?
god.
And he pulls over, gets to the side of the road.
And the car guy in the group gets under the car. He's like, your muffler fell off.
It's like, oh, thanks.
Fucking apparently it was never attached in the first place. It was just bungeed to the bottom of the car.
Someone just took a knife to started
Yeah, like
Is bungeed?
that. It was my brother. It used to be my brother's car. I think we talked about it in the last episode
Tommy.
or two. Yeah, and it was.
I've never met.
It just. I guess it just rusted off. Like the same thing would happen to him. Like the muffler just fell off, so he just bungeed it to the underside of the car, so it just wouldn't fall ever. Fuck!
Would you put your phone in the desk?
Oh, put it in the drawer. There you go.
Oh, my finger!
No phone for you.
He just bunged it to the fucking underside of the car, and like when I got the car, I was like, "Damn, this car's loud." I just thought it was a loud car. No, it's fucking the muffler's not on. The muffler's never attached to the first place.
Bouncing off.
Is it still in your trunk from 2 years later?
I just threw it out this week. I'm not even shitting you.
That's so. Why did you keep it?
Well, I just keep forgetting that it was in there,
Posterity,
and I miss. Well, I was like, I
good memories.
yeah, good memes.
I just remember like, oh, I want to hang out with Danny before I leave for like the summer.
Yeah,
And we're just driving.
we're like on Route 30.
Sounds like a buzz saw.
Sparks flying out the back of my car. Oh, that can't be good.
Yeah, well,
We were like 5 seconds from Providence. We were just on the side of the road.
Yeah.
that warrants.
It was getting
pullover.
dark too. I thought I broke down. I was like, fuck, what I didn't even do anything.
Like, all right, guys, peace. I'm just gonna walk home.
Yeah, right.
Fuck
you
this guy. 10 minutes,
just
10
go
minutes
home.
away.
Man.
That sticks down to my car troubles. I mean, last week my parents got in a pretty fucking terrible car accident.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're fine.
You would know if you listen to the podcast.
Actually, that episode.
One episode.
That episode probably hasn't even been released.
That
yet.
episode came out today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it released now?
Do you have
Yeah.
them on auto?
What are you doing?
Saturdays, 1:30 p.m.
Nice.
Audio
Oh.
and video.
Very nice.
I got my schedule.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
about-
guy is like on top.
He's
of
on
it.
I do everything.
You're hired.
And sometimes he sends.
Wanna?
it to
Hey,
me
you wanna?
preview.
You need to.
You do a really good job with this. I will say. Eddie does all the editing. Have you ever said this before?
Oh, you do? It's
Like-
all you.
Like
Yeah.
Eddie, this is all like Eddie's camera, lights, computer. He edits everything.
He has to get this
Okay,
He
disaster.
posts it on his YouTube channel with his own name.
To be fair, these are my brother's lights. I just stole them.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But I mean,
We'll forgive you that one.
you're the source.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, he has to get this disaster and edit it into
Every
something
time
coherent.
This one just goes close to the mic. And I gotta listen to that with headphones. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Just to get real, I've been. The instant I saw this podcast, I was like, I want to be on this podcast. So
Yeah.
I think it's such a cool thing.
I've been trying to do this for months prior to actually doing it.
Really?
And then all of a sudden COVID happened.
When
and everyone had
was?
free time.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I'm like, hey, just come over. Let's
Hey.
like record a bunch.
Yeah.
So we did 3 episodes the first night till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
oh, you did all the first 3 episodes in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it was all banned, and then we were like on one track mind. We were all going to go through. Just,
No, that was
like,
cool.
The
How
band
you
we've
got
done.
it was cool. How you organized it into like high school and
It's funny because the other guys like down here that listen to it, they're like, "Man, you talk about band too much." Like, this is the first 2 episodes.
You clearly haven't gone on.
It's like 15 episodes. No, it was cool. I
Yeah.
listened to the first 3.
Because we just wanted to like get those all out of the way.
Yeah.
So now it can be what it is now, just like guys hanging out.
Guys being dudes.
Yeah.
Just guys being dudes. I've been.
I loved those though because I remembered a lot of that. I distinctly remember
Yeah.
sitting in my bed like in my apartment. It's like 1 a.m. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, their podcast. I'll listen to it now. And then you talk about something. I was like, I remember that. I was
It was-
there for that.
It was a lot of fun walking down memory
I've got a
lane.
lot of students
Yeah.
that listen, like saying, like, "Oh wow, I never realized like this is how you got into the activity."
Oh, you have students that listen.
I do have students. That's why like, the first couple when I was talking about band, I'm gonna make this PG. But now that we're like, now that we're into current times, it doesn't matter
Rip.
because I'm 22 and can do what I want.
Yeah. Watch
I
at your
still have
own. Watch at your own peril.
Do I
Yeah.
still have a job?
I don't know. I'm not working right now. I'm not teaching.
Who's working?
Yeah.
Last week he told me I had a job waiting for me.
Oh, for winter.
bad news about that.
He goes, they listen to your podcast and they're.
That's actually the majority of the kids that listen to the
No,
podcast.
there's no way. I mean, what is your viewership? How do you? I don't know. Like, what are the metrics?
There's demographics.
Really?
We have someone from like the Netherlands,
Mostly male. No, Germany.
Germany. That
We
was
gave
it.
him a shout out like 2
Very
episodes
nice.
ago.
We don't know who it is, but it just showed up on Spotify.
Make yourself known, damn it.
Very nice.
Our viewership's mostly between I think
Yeah,
18
that's
and like
good.
24.
Not shocking.
11%'s female.
Not shocking.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Most
Hey,
people-
hey.
It's just guys being dudes.
Most people are from the Midwest area of the United States.
It's probably something to do with the algorithm.
Yeah.
One of the 80% of it is Danny McLean.
No, we just wanted to get like our stories out there, like reminisce with friends.
It's awesome.
Whatever we
It's-
can do with like to get our. My outlook was if people watch, cool, that's great. But at the end of the day, when I'm 70 years old, if I make it that far, I can come back to YouTube and like, all right, what did I do when I was 18 or 20?
Yeah.
I can look back and
I'm-
cringe at what I was saying when I was
Yeah.
21 years old.
Well, I already. I mean, 'cause like I said, the first few episodes, going back to the band stuff in Providence, I was like, this is so cool because this is a time capsule. It's like I remember this stuff that you're talking.
And
like,
now I don't have to worry about remembering it ever again.
Right, right.
It's out
No,
there.
exactly. I mean, that's why I take pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, people think I do it for the art. It's so I remember.
Yeah.
Like
We've
I'm
had-
so terrified of losing like little things that I don't remember.
God forbid you get like dementia or Alzheimer's. or
Yeah,
something,
I mean,
you know?
We've
I
had
love it.
instructors
It's
reach
a
out
great
saying
idea.
like it's weird to hear
Plus,
your
it's fun.
perspective on
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like I never thought that that's what you thought was happening or how you perceived
Yeah,
it.
that's
like,
true, too.
A Nexus instructor, like that's crazy to think that that's what you guys saw from your side of the
Oh,
story.
you heard from an Nexus instructor?
Yeah. Good old.
It's
Shout out to Angelo.
Oh.
It's been very cool to see the people reaching out, different people from
I had no
all
idea.
over the place,
I didn't
all
know.
over the
All
place.
walks of life from any era.
Oh, I'm sorry for everyone who has to watch this episode with
Generations
me.
of friends, like people
Yeah.
you haven't talked to in
Yeah.
ages.
Like
you
people
know?
from Montessori when I went to that party.
Yeah.
Someone I haven't seen since 5th grade, all of a sudden. I
love
love
the
listening.
podcast,
Like it's
yeah.
so great to hear your voice because it brings me back all these memories.
That's exactly how I feel. That's how I feel watching it. I think it's a great idea. I think it's
Because
so
my
cool.
voice also hasn't dropped since when I was 8.
It's been the same.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll hit puberty every now and then.
Yeah, I have like.
Mine dropped like when I met you, and it's been the same since then.
uh,
But yeah, like, at the end of the day, it's just, I mean, if it's not for anything, it's for us.
It's fun. It's fucking. The beers are like. It's a good idea.
I think on this note of reminiscing with the podcast, I think we're at 50 minutes. Do we want to kind of call it?
Are you fucking kidding me?
We're already. Oh,
I'm having a
God.
good
It
time.
goes by fast, doesn't
I'm having
it?
a good time.
Let's do 2 episodes. No, I
We
don't
can
know.
do 2 episodes. That's what we
Yeah.
usually do.
Okay.
I'll do 2.
and
I
if
can
you-
keep going. I feel like I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna cut it. Danny, do you have anything to plug? Anything
Plug?
that you're doing?
Plug. What are you doing?
Or do you want to shout something out that you know?
What's your Instagram handle? You post for some very nice
Oh,
pictures.
No, you'll find it through them.
D McLean 181.
81, but
Yeah.
it's
Any charities you support that you want to shout out? Any movements? Any masks?
well, wear your mask. Be a real human.
Don't be a dingus now.
Be a total idiot.
Don't be a douchebag and try saying that it's your right to not wear a mask.
I'll plug University of Illinois Physics for giving me a job and allowing me so many opportunities. Hope they don't see this though, because I probably screwed up the descriptions of things. But
You're fired.
you guys, I'll plug the podcast. I think just watch
Thanks
this
for plugging the podcast on
in the
SpaceShow.
in the podcast. Watch this podcast.
I hope we get more viewers from
You
this.
can use this as the segment that you post on our Instagram.
There you go.
Shout out to the
You're
podcast.
you're welcome.
Let's get a
Hey,
little more professional
guys.
version of that. Let's hear it from Danny Mac one more time. What do you plug in?
This exact podcast that I'm talking.
Space show.
Space Show
There we go.
.pod or whatever.
All right, with that being said,